I lost over $8,000 when I tried Amazon FBA for the first time, and it's all because I made these 5 mistakes. If you were lucky enough to come across this video, then I guarantee you that if you were just to avoid these 5 mistakes, you'll see massive success in Amazon FBA, especially the 5th one. Number 1, not enough research. Even though product research is one of the easiest aspects of Amazon FBA, I was so excited to hop on and start making money that I half-assed my product research and thought it wouldn't really have as much of a big impact. Now, obviously it did, right? So bringing a product to life on Amazon is so important, especially in today's day and age. When I started 5 years ago, it was even so much different than it is today. Nowadays, it's all about bringing the right product to the market and knowing who you are actually talking to. You can't just sell anything on Amazon. Otherwise, you might make money for a bit, but you're probably gonna get washed out by competition. Do your research. Find the right product, bring something unique to the market, and solve a problem. That is how you're going to be a competitor. You're gonna make money on Amazon, and you're gonna have a business that actually is sustainable. Now, number 2 is mindset. As silly as it sounds, it's completely true that I previously said that you can make $1,000 working an hour a day, but in order to do so, you've had to be extremely disciplined and committed about it and not also take any losses personally. Now, in business, it's easy to get knocked down and not get back up. A lot of people quit. But I say this a lot, but you can never fail if you don't give up. Business is not supposed to be easy. A lot of people get into business, especially start selling on Amazon because there is little barrier to entry and they think that it's gonna be super easy, they're gonna get rich quick, and the reality is that's not how it's going to work. You're gonna get knocked down, things aren't gonna work, you're gonna get a bad customer review, whatever it may be, you're gonna find a way to probably take it on yourself personally. Now, at the end of the day, what it really comes down to is, hey, if you get knocked down, will you get back up? And if you can do that over and over and over again, it's gonna get easier. You're gonna start learning from your mistakes and you're gonna make those mistakes and never make them again. Now, number 3 is basically wanting to do everything yourself, or for me, it was wanting to do everything myself. Now, when I first got started, I was like, okay, I'm on a budget. I wanna do everything myself, from my listing to my Amazon PPC to all this kind of stuff. Now, what I quickly realized was I'm not the expert when it comes to that. So having a listing that is not as good as everybody else's on Amazon, or at least some of my top competitors, was hugely detrimental to my business. I probably could have made more money than I did in the first month. I probably could have had better conversions. I probably would have been more profitable, because the reality is I brought something that was budget friendly as opposed to something that I would be putting money in to make an investment knowing that it would come back later. When we launch products now, we go all in on the listing, the videos, the copywriting, the research, and we don't do it ourselves. We have a team that does that for us, and we hire agencies to be able to do that because they're getting all the data. They know what works, and they're doing everything the way that it should be doing. I'm not a graphic designer. I never should have tried to be a graphic designer, and that's just the reality of how it goes. But as you continue to grow, if you're not good at PPC, figure out what your strengths are and don't do PPC, right? I'm happy that I'm a numbers guy. So doing finances, doing advertising was natural to me. But if I look at my brother, for example, Brian, he wasn't good at those exact same things. So I was natural to be able to handle more of the analytical, data-driven side of the business, and Brian would handle more of the creative stuff, the vision of the brand, building in more products, finding ways to be different, and making sure our listings look as good as possible. So don't be afraid to hire, because hiring the right people will allow you to grow your business quicker, safer, and ultimately allow you to be more profitable on new launches or anything like that along the way. Now, number 4 is bad marketing. Now, I didn't take into consideration how important ads, copywriting, SEO, and marketing in general actually are when starting an Amazon business. I thought that they wouldn't be that relevant if I had the perfect store, the perfect product, so on and so forth. And obviously I didn't have the perfect product at the beginning, but we eventually adapted into that. Now, as we continued to grow, we started selling, things started doing well, and then we quickly realized that there's so much more we could be doing and so much more money we could be making. And it wasn't until we started tapping into amazing marketing, having the right ads, having the right targeting, having incredible copywriting on our listing, making sure we're extremely relevant for the keywords that people are searching up on Amazon. And until we started tapping into that, we were plateaued. And when we really dialed that in, we started growing. It started growing immensely because it was all about making those small changes, and eventually you start hitting this flywheel. Everybody talks about the Amazon flywheel, but it's true. because once you hit that, you're gonna continue to grow and you start riding the wave of Amazon's algorithm. Now, number 5 is having mentors. Now, this is what affected my FBA journey the most. I thought that I could just do it myself without hiring any mentors, and I thought that I could be on the cutting edge about learning everything that I needed to know. And the reality is, hire people and work with people and learn from people that have done more than what you've done, and that will allow you to get to where you need to get to faster. Now, I spent countless hours on YouTube wasting my time, wasting my energy to see Amazon FBA gurus saying the same generic things that doesn't even move the needle instead of finding a good mentor that will guarantee my success. I don't want you guys to make these mistakes, trust me. I've made all the mistakes so that you don't have to go through the pain of actually going and repeating them. And that's one of the benefits for a mentor. And for that reason, I invite you to subscribe to our channel to get the most relevant education in the Amazon FBA space today. To this day, we are still in the trenches building and launching more Amazon FBA stores and products in our current ones. And on top of that, helping our students do exactly the same. We have over 1,000 students to date, to be specific. And now, if you don't believe me, check out one of my students, Arlena. She hit $17,000 in her first 30 days launching and is now doing even more than that. Now, obviously, she's absolutely crushing it. And right now, it's because she followed the system that we laid out for her. She implemented that, she got back up when she got knocked down, and now she's absolutely crushing it. So make sure you subscribe to get the right information to build your Amazon FBA business today. We'll see you on the next one.